What's up, ladies and gentlemen, Stellar Blade fans alike? We have an interesting topic that I actually have been watching on Twitter unfold a little bit. And I was really interested when it first dropped. I think IGN talked about it, but Stellar Blade is getting sued. They're getting sued. It's kind of interesting how all these lawsuits are happening nowadays with gaming. So I like to keep my eye on the ball and keep on seeing what's developing in these lawsuits because they are interesting, seeing how things in the industry change and progress, what goes through and what doesn't. So let's get into the video, which we're going to be talking about Stellar Blade. And this is brought to us by, I think it was like Stellar. I haven't seen this guy before, but I saw his video pop up a week ago, and I figured I might as well cover it now since I'm doing a playthrough of Stellar Blade right now. This is Stellar Blade got sued, plus new squishy update by the Star Bazaar. I talked about the update a while ago, so we're not going to cover that here. This is more going to be like the lawsuit stuff, right?
My favorite game of the year just keeps getting better.
Oh boy.
Stellar Blade has been having a...
Okay, when the fuck do I get on a piece of pizza and fish? And when do I get all these skins, man?
pretty fantastic week.
I didn't know
we
you could
finally
fish in
got
this
a
game.
sneak peek at the much anticipated photo mode, and everybody knew the Nier Automata collaboration was going to happen at some point.
So I'm curious because this is like the first game that they're doing it's AAA, right? So, and it's amazing. It's not the same company or anything that made Nier, right? Not the same universe or anything like that. It's just you know same fandoms pretty much, obviously, because of certain things. So it was just made sense to do a collab.
There's a new quality of life update in the game that brought us these excellent visual updates, along with some new content, which we'll go over the patch notes for.
Yes.
And I also found this. Stellar Blade is getting sued by, wait for it, Stellar Blade. I'm not kidding. There's a small entertainment company named Stellar Blade, one word, and they filed a lawsuit against the game's developers, and it's kind of funny, kind of sad, all entertaining.
Yep.
You know where the like button is. Consider subscribing for more content like this, and let's get into it.
All right, so is he gonna cover it right now? No, he's doing the photo mode. So we're gonna skip all the way to right here. Stellar Blade sued by Stellar Blade. Little ditto, little action right now.
Summer. But let's now move on to this lawsuit that's been filed against Shift Up and Sony.
All right.
We'll have a good laugh, but I want to treat it with its due seriousness because I can't help but put myself in this person's shoes. So it was first
serious faces on, boys.
reported by IGN and then later Forbes that there's a Louisiana-based film production company called Stellar Blade.
Okay, so I originally thought this was actually it was Louisiana, but I thought it was a sword shop. So the article I read was fucking wrong.
All one word, and they have filed a lawsuit against Shift Up claiming damages.
Yeah.
They claim that since the video game is so popular and uses the same name as the business, that you can't find the business in online search results anymore. Only the game shows up.
That makes sense because the game's so big, and obviously this is a local brick and mortar.
The plaintiff wants Shift Up to stop using the name and to hand over all materials with the name Stellar Blade.
What are we talking about here? The name makes sense, but the materials, what you talking about?
So that they can be destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. This fucking meme, perfect. Yeah, what the
Their lawyer said this in a statement. Mr. Mahaffey, who is the owner of the company Stellar Blade.
All right, we're gonna give this man the most, whatever is about to unfold. We are gonna give a lot of courtesy to this man because brick and mortar America, gotta represent. You gotta give him a fair shot.
Registered the Stellar Blade.
Imagine if this was your own business, right? And
.com domain in 2006 and has used the Stellar Blade name for his business for nearly 15 years. Given this long-standing and public use, it's difficult to imagine that Shift Up and Sony were unaware of Mr. Mahaffey's established rights before adopting their identical mark.
Okay.
We believe in...
So the big thing about this, we covered this in the PAL World situation against Pokemon, and I'm not a lawyer by any means, so everything I say, take with a grain of salt. I'm not educated on this shit. I'm just like, YouTube University, right? But from my understanding, which is a lack of understanding, but if you do have a domain and it comes to like copyright things, like patents, you need to patent that shit. The first one to patent something gets the patent. But with copyright, it's like kind of in favor of the artist. So like if you write a story and then someone copies your story and then they like publish it, well, if you wrote it first and you have evidence of that, well, then you own the copyright for everything for that. So same thing with this. Like if you have a domain, I'm assuming, I do not know 100% for sure, but I'm assuming that if you have a domain or like an email, and it's Stellar Blade, you don't have to copyright it because you already had pre-existing evidence. Obviously it's a business name as well, so there's a lot more evidence to go along with that. But here's the issue. He said it was Stellar Blade, one word, and the email is one word as well. The game is not one word, it's two. So that is an issue. And also another issue that might be obvious to you already is that this is Louisiana, which is in what? United States of America, against Japan, where we have two different court systems, two different law systems. This is two different countries. So I don't know exactly how this would play out either. And by no means am I an expert. I'm just some dumbass chimp on the internet trying to watch and keep up with this shit, right? So, yeah.
Petition, but when larger companies disregard the established rights of smaller businesses, it's our responsibility to stand up and protect our brand. The defendants' far superior resources have effectively monopolized online search results for Stellar Blade, pushing...
I don't think that's right. Monopolize. I mean, your site's still on the internet. It didn't disappear. It's just down a page or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It didn't get deleted, right? That is interesting. I never thought of like a monopoly when it comes to URLs or Google searches. That is actually very interesting. All right. Let's see where this goes.
Mr. Mahaffey's long-established business into digital obscurity and threatening the livelihood he's built over more than a decade. This is why I say
So they're good with competition, but they're suing them over competition of URLs. Okay.
Can kind of level with the guy. I mean, how would I feel if some multi-billion-dollar company took the name The Star Bazaar and made me irrelevant? So I get it.
The Star Bazaar is his YouTube name. Shout out to the guy that I'm reacting to. This has been a very great video to watch. I love the graphics on the screen. Amazing. They're very crisp. I wish my gameplay was this crisp. Unfortunately, I don't have those capabilities yet. But go give him a sub. Go give him a like for the video and everything like that. But run that back for a second.
The name The Star Bazaar and made me irrelevant.
Yeah, so he's talking about his YouTube channel name. We do have a feature where you have an @ now, so you can have a unique YouTube channel name no matter what. Obviously, it's not the YouTube channel name; it's your @. It's a little different, but it still can happen in YouTube. Obviously, you know, someone could have the name Ether and then blow up to 100,000 subs, a million subs, whatever you want to say, a lot bigger than me. And then, yeah, my shit would become irrelevant. But at the end of the day, I'm using the fucking algorithm to get noticed, which is a similar thing I would say to him. Use social media, because then you don't have to rely on someone Googling your website name, or use an electronic what's it called, business card, because then it uploads the links and everything automatically. We live in a digital, it's 2024, like, and so it's film production, local film production. If I'm looking for a local film production team, I'm not going to look up your specific name if I don't know who you are already, right? So this is the only situation where he texts someone the name instead of a URL, or he has a business card and they look up his website and they can't find it. That's the only two situations I can think of. There probably could be more, but I don't think there is. I could be wrong though. Yeah, funnel all your stuff through social media. Make Instagram reels and videos, and yeah, that way you can have your URL to your website right there as well, so they can sign up for a meeting or whatever you want to do, right? That makes sense to me. So with the logic I just said, I'm trying to be as reasonable as possible. I get where he's coming from. He might be able to get a cash grab, But I do not see Stellar Blade changing their name by any means. At least not the game that just came out. I I highly doubt it.
So I get it, but legally, I don't think the company Stellar Blade stands a chance. Even though this business owner has been using the name Stellar Blade for over 15 years, Shift Up actually beat him to the trademark. This game used to be called Project Eve, and in 2022, they changed the...
It's okay, because with my logic, with the copyright situation, he technically might be good, but the problem is it's one word versus two words. The spacing. You can have a variety. You know, these big companies, they go out and they copyright and farm any sort of variation of their game, their name, whatever it might be. Like Pokemon, I'm sure has like 200 billion copyright names out there for, you know, future existence for a Pokemon game. Like they probably have like Black 3, Black 4, Black, I don't know. You know what I mean? But Pokemon Black 25 or something. Who knows? So, yeah.
Name to Stellar Blade, 2 words, and they filed a trademark for that name in January of 2023. Mr. Mahaffey filed the one-word name Stellar Blade later that same year. So not only is the name different thanks to the space, the game devs actually got there first.
Bro, when do I unlock this skin? Golly. The copyright thing also that I mentioned, the logic behind that, like first come, first serve versus the patent. I don't know if that's Japanese, like if that, because that came up in the Pal World video that we were reacting to. That could be just Japanese law. That could be American law. I don't know. So yeah, take everything with a grain of salt, what I'm saying.
Favorite part of this whole thing is how the company's owner is claiming the logos for both Stellar Blades are, quote, shockingly similar.
Oh, what?
Here's Shift Up's logo for the game.
Okay.
Here's Homeboy's logo for the...
Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay. He has this. Okay, it's like such a stretch, but there are similarities, right? Stellar Blade, a sword. Blue coloring background. White lettering. That's about it. Yeah. It has similarities, but they do not look anything alike.
Company.
At all.
Shockingly similar, am I right? Yeah, I really don't think this is going to hold up.
Now, if someone was blind and you were describing this to a blind person, that they might think it looks similar, but that person would be blind. So that wouldn't work. I don't think.
If the guy had filed that trademark for the name sooner, he might have a case, but to be honest, I think Shift Up is going to...
I don't think so, actually. I don't think if he filed sooner, I don't think so. Maybe if it had a space, like he did Stellar Space Blade, yeah, that would make that would be for sure a better footing, better support for him, for sure.
Win this in a landslide, assuming it even gets that far.
No.
If you want my honest opinion, I think this guy knows he isn't going to win, so he's using this as a marketing opportunity. I don't think it's difficult.
That would make sense for case marketing, maybe for local business in Louisiana. That would make a little bit more sense. But at the same time, who's going to be hearing this? Gamers are going to be hearing this for sure. We're going to be flocking to this because we're gamers. There'll be some people stirring about it in Louisiana for sure. Them damn Japanese people stealing our stuff and our copyright. Yeah, for sure. I could see that, but not a lot. I don't think a lot. I think what he's really going to get more is a bunch of like... Honestly, I think he's going to get a bunch of hate for it, which is unfortunate for the guy. But there's going to be unhinged people that... This always happens, right? You have a fan base, and then you have the unfortunate 1 or 2 loud % that's fucking unhinged as shit, and they go and they just fucking hate comment, you know, hate rate his Yelp page or something. I don't know, but like, yeah, I think this is a little bit more detrimental, which could help in a court case, I guess, for like getting more money, because it could have been, I don't know.
To imagine the devs were unaware of this small company. I didn't know the company existed until I heard about this lawsuit. And as the Forbes article rightly states, this probably drove more traffic to StellarBlade.com than ever before. So
That's not beneficial though, because those are not actual customers, right? And so you have actual customers that would go to his website. Then you have everybody else, right? You have a lot of people going to it just to look into it, like this guy probably. People that are doing reviews or talking about like on an article, making articles. People that are reading articles and watching videos on this, most likely like 95%, I would doubt they would go to the website. That wouldn't make any sense. And even if they did, they're not customers. So this doesn't help at all. He doesn't get it's not customers coming to his website. You can make the argument for, it pushes his website up in the algorithm. So it's instead on the second page, it's on the first page or whatever it might be. Yeah, that is plausible. But I think Stellar Blade is such a big hit. Like, unless this guy is like killing it, like has 1 million followers on Instagram or something like that, I don't think that I don't think he'll be able to get above Stellar Blade unless maybe he does like a promotion on Google. That's a possibility as well. But who Google's? I don't know, man. I feel like it'd be easier found on Google if it's just like production company near me. I mean, that would make sense to me. Like best production company in the nearest 20 miles or whatever it might be.
If anything,
or word of mouth.
The game is helping the dude's business instead of hurting it. Shift Ups should be suing him. In all seriousness,
I don't agree with that at all. No. Let's chill out. He's joking, I'm sure, but like it's not slander or anything. Like, this is reasonable for him to be annoyed about it, for sure. I don't think that Stellar Blade the game should be suing some brick and mortar company in Louisiana. That's a stretch.
I'm not talking about this to poke fun at the guy, just to bring awareness to the fact.
Yeah.
And hey, I like to think I'm doing my part in driving traffic to his website too. So if you're in the Louisiana area and you need some video work done, hit up stellarblade.com.
Yeah.
But that's all I've got in the world of the video game Stellar Blade today. If you made it this far in the
W video, I haven't seen one of these videos before. This was awesome. One of his videos rather. The Star Bazaar. All right. Well, that's the video, guys. That's everything. If you like his rundown on everything, consider going to subscribe and like this video. Maybe you already have seen him before. And if so, let me know in the comment section below. Dude, I'm playing Stellar Blade right now. I'm going to be doing my playthrough, probably part 2 here soon. The game's a lot of fun, man. It really is. It wowed me. It actually really shocked me because I was very hyped for the game already because it's already been out for so long. I wanted to play it day one. I just got really busy. Like, life kicked my ass. So I mean, this is not possible without y'all. I just want to say that for real. It's not. This channel is nothing without the viewers, and so I love hearing from y'all and hearing your opinions on everything. Getting to see who you are watching my videos too, because obviously I can't see that unless you comment. It's really cool. It's really cool. I'll have to play this game sometime on Twitch. Maybe this weekend sometime. I don't know. I'll post something about it tomorrow. Go follow the Twitch. I might actually stream tomorrow night. Low key, or tomorrow night would be tonight. Yeah, it would be tonight. But my name is Trey Swish. There should be a bunch of videos popping up somewhere on the screen. Consider watching one of those. I'm a React streamer. I do a bunch of videos and wide topics. So, I mean, if those two don't intrigue you, there might be some other ones that do. And don't get your panties tied in a bunch if I annoy you sometimes, because, it's just I don't know. My commentary would be different if we were having a conversation, right? So sometimes I get a little carried away. I'm sorry. I'm just human. I'm getting used to this. I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck. I'll see you in the next video, motherfucker.